Hey guys, James Lee here with another video. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. So with Thanksgiving less than a week away, I thought it'd be very timely for me to eat something very Thanksgiving inspired. So I went to Earl of Sandwich. They are located in downtown Disney. If any of you guys are from Vegas, there is also Earl of Sandwich, I think in Planet Hollywood. I'm not sure if there's other locations around the States, but they have a holiday sandwich that they serve year-round, and I thought it'd be very timely with Thanksgiving coming up to eat that. So let's get started. I also picked up a bag of sea salt and vinegar kettle chips, and then a small cup of tomato soup. It's actually really gloomy here in California right now, so I thought this soup would be nice. I wore shorts to go pick up the food, and it was pretty cold still. And then here is the holiday turkey sandwich in all its glory. I love how they put it in like this gold foil. It makes it like a lot more elegant. It was only $7. So let's open this so you guys can see. So from my understanding, all of the things inside this sandwich is what you might expect from Thanksgiving. There's turkey, there's cranberry, there's gravy, stuffing. You can't miss the stuffing. Stuffing is actually one of my favorite things about Thanksgiving. So here's the sandwich. I just rip it apart. Hopefully nothing spills. And let me show you the better side. I guess this side looks pretty good. So you can see there's a good layer of cranberry sauce, there's some stuffing, gravy, and turkey, and a little mayo. I don't think I missed on anything, so let's get started on this. I feel like Thanksgiving is here already. I mean, normally turkey is, to me, I mean, if you cook it right, it's not dry. This is slightly dry, but it doesn't matter because you have the gravy, the cranberry sauce, and the stuffing, which is really moist, all in there. So it's just being able to have that perfect bite of everything you love about Thanksgiving. Here's the tomato soup. There might be like some croutons in here, so they're probably soggy by now, but that's fine. Nice and rich, creamy, warm. And then I got the sea salt and vinegar chips just to mix it up. I'll leave this facing forward. I've been watching other mukbangers who are extremely talented, and they make sure the food is visible at all times. So hopefully you guys can see that. So I'm sorry, I haven't really been making mukbang videos lately. I've been exploring just other things to do. So you probably have seen some of those reaction videos. I'm sorry if you're not into K-pop, but that's just one of my passions that I have. So been doing a couple of those and trying to do more vlogging. So if I go out to a special occasion, I'm going to try to bring my camera and capture that. But I actually really miss doing these mukbangs. The other reason is this past week's been crazy. So to figure out like a dedicated time to like film something, it's been getting like tougher and tougher. But today I made sure, you know, with it being Saturday with natural light, I, you know, earmarked some time to make sure I can eat with you guys because it's been a while. The other thing about this sandwich is the bread is just good. And I think not until recently, I never realized how important the bread is to the overall success or taste of a sandwich. I used to just focus on the what's in it, which is still very important, but I guess just more recently I've realized, okay, the bread makes a huge difference. That's good too. So, what are your guys' plans for Thanksgiving? I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on around here. So after this video wraps up, you'll probably see that I have some random decor around me, but all of these are going to be hung up. We'll be hosting Thanksgiving with my family, so I actually have to figure out what I'm cooking. Fortunately, my brother has graciously decided to take on the proteins, which I think personally are the toughest parts about Thanksgiving. So he's making a prime rib and a turkey. Last year I had to do the turkey. I think I'll try to include a photo of this, of my success of it somewhere here, but thought it turned out pretty good. But now that I don't have to worry about it, I can focus on, just tidying up, and then I have my nieces and nephews coming over, so I need to figure out like an activity for them to do. They're quite young, so I want to make sure that they have something to do so they're not bored. And then I'm in charge of all the side dishes. My sister's doing all the appetizers and the dessert. So for side dishes, I'm leaning towards, classics. So mashed potatoes. I'm also thinking about doing another potato dish. So I've done scalloped potatoes one year. I have a really good hash brown casserole recipe that I got from my cousin a few years ago. So I'm thinking about that. Obviously, green bean casserole. That's always a winner, I feel like, and very simple too. Stuffing, of course. Maybe a creamed vegetable. And then one other dish that maybe I've never made before. I don't know if I made orzo one year. That might be a good, side dish to make, actually. Orzo with like asparagus or something. So that's all happening on Thursday. And then 2 days later, we're hosting a Friendsgiving. So it's like an annual tradition that we have. We skipped one year just because of things that were going on around the holidays and couldn't get around to it. But we've had themed Thanksgivings for those Friendsgivings. I guess the first year we had done it, it wasn't too PC, but we had done pilgrims and Indians. So I'm sorry if that offends anyone that's watching this. I think I'm a little bit more culturally sensitive about that. So we did that for the first year, and then the following year we did kind of orange versus yellow. Just we were trying to do like these fall themed color things, and with all of our Thanksgiving events, we do some kind of like game component. So I think that year we were doing Indians versus Pilgrims. They were team games, pitting the two against each other. Same with the orange and yellow. The following year, we did something called Thanksgiving. So we asked everyone to wear tank tops to that Thanksgiving party, which was pretty cool. Everyone came in Thanksgiving attire. So my friends are all really good sports about these themed parties that I love to do. Let's see, and then last year was a Hunger Games themed party. So all of the games were based on Hunger Games. You didn't really need to know Hunger Games too much, but if you did, then you would appreciate the party a little bit more. And last year, I decided to cook everything. So we made like homemade shepherd's pie. So I just made like globs of mashed potatoes, stuffing, gravy, corn, and then we bought like rotisserie chicken from Costco. And we bought these like cool foil, those foil circular trays that people put to go food in. And we made people just pile it on, and then we topped it with cheese and cheese and gravy, and we stuck it in the oven. And I think people really enjoyed that. This year, though, to make my life easier, we're calling it a potluck. So I think we're buying like fried chicken just so that there's a hearty meat, and then everyone else is just contributing side dishes and desserts and appetizers. This year's Friendsgiving theme is actually Friendsgiving, but it's going to be based on the TV show Friends, which the majority of all of my friends grew up watching that show. I can't believe it's been probably 10 plus years since the show went off the air. But we're starting to work on some games because, again, I think people have an expectation for us to deliver in terms of entertainment. So we'll have some themed games related to Friends. And probably the mukbang in like about a week or two, I can share how those games went with you guys. I'm going to dip my sandwich in this thing and see if it's still good. It's good. There probably could be other better combinations out there. So as I mentioned, the first time I had Earl's was in Vegas, and obviously, when you're in Vegas, this was in my early to early college years slash right after college. So, I mean, if you go to Vegas, that's when you hit the clubs, you're drinking pretty much all day, and so I remember eating Earl's, and there was a long line. Vegas never sleeps, so there's plenty of places that are open, but people were obsessed with going to this place right after the club. So you're like standing in line at 2, 3 in the morning. Maybe you started out the night with like 20 of your friends, maybe 10 make it there, and then 3, tap out while you're there, and then you bring whatever sandwiches you can back to the room. But I just remember eating a sandwich there, and I was just like, wow, this is good. I can't wait to come back to Vegas just to be able to eat it again. So when they finally opened one in downtown Disney a few years ago, and I ate it, and this was, without any kind of Vegas atmosphere. I'm trying to be PG about it because I know other people will watch this video, but when I had it without any drinks, it wasn't, as good. Today it's really good though, and I think it's just the nostalgia of like Thanksgiving coming up. This one is also very good. You can see all of the layers. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Thanksgiving dish is, or even if you have a really good recipe that you wouldn't mind sharing with me. I'd love to try to make it. So speaking of Friendsgiving, there's actually an episode of Friends. I'm sure you guys have seen it if you watch the show, but um, after Thanksgiving, Monica makes like Ross like a sandwich where it's using like Thanksgiving leftovers. And what makes that sandwich special is she has like I think a layer of bread in the center of the sandwich that's just dipped in gravy. I forgot what he calls it, like a moist creator. I know some of you probably don't like the word moist, but that's what it does for the sandwich. And he flips out because someone like at work eats his sandwich without his knowledge, and they even threw away half of it. So maybe one year we'll just buy a bunch of these sandwiches and have them kind of as the food for the party. The other sandwiches that are good there's like I think there's a chicken pineapple barbecue one that's really good. And today someone ordered something that I want to try, and I feel like I may have had it, but it's like roast beef with cheddar and horseradish. And for some reason recently I've been craving sandwiches that have like horseradish in it. So I've been eating a lot more prime rib dips or Philly cheesesteaks that have horseradish in it. Like it's just been I've been obsessed with it lately. All this for like 12, 13 bucks. I think it's a really decent lunch. I hadn't walked around downtown Disney in forever, so it was neat to see there's so many other restaurant options in the area that I haven't checked out before. So probably will be back. First 2 hours is free parking. Then after that, you can get 2 additional hours with validation. I used to not like salt and vinegar chips. The vinegar was a little bit too much for me. But then, obviously, like taste buds change over time. Recently, I posted a Facebook status message that a lot of people responded to, and it was about how I used to hate beets and I used to hate goat cheese, but now I like beets, I like goat cheese, and I love them even more together. And the reason I said that was last week when I was at the fine dining event that I went to, there was a beet salad to start out with. I can't remember if it was goat cheese or something similar, but it was in the same category of cheeses, I'd say. That was really good. And then this past week, I bought a Trader Joe's salad that had beets and goat cheese. And I was just like, okay, clearly my taste buds have changed over time. So now I really like these foods. I'm sad I'm taking my last bite of this soon, but it's right down the street from here, so I shouldn't be that upset. So I'm not sure if any of you guys are really into Black Friday shopping, but there was a good 3 or 4 years where I was really into it, actually looking at the ads, waking up at the butt crack of dawn to wait in line. And I have two stories that I want to share with you. related to Black Friday. There are funny stories that stick out in my mind, and it's exactly the reason why I think I stopped Black Friday shopping. So the first one was one year I had gone to, like, I think it was Macy's. They had like crazy sales on like clothes, and I needed clothes that year. And we were waiting outside. It's really cold, and this lady like totally hit me with her stroller. And there was no, I think I was angered by it because I don't remember any kid inside the stroller. I think she was using the stroller for additional like leverage and to like get people out of the way. I'm a nice person, so I probably just looked at her and maybe did that smile and then like mind my own business. So that was one year. Second story I have, sorry, I'm burping, was we were waiting in line at Target, and right when the door opened, there was just a mass like rush towards something. And again, that year I probably wasn't even like aware of like what was actually on sale. But as soon as people ran, it was like mob mentality. Like I ran with them. And so I remember running, and I was like, I have no idea where I'm going. My friends that I were with was like, hey, where's James going? Like what's going on? So I run, and I guess that year TVs were like on sale, like really reduced pricing. So once I got to that area, I just grabbed a TV and like I claimed it like it was mine. I didn't need a TV at the time. I had no desire to have a TV, but I just grabbed it and it stood there. And eventually, once my friends came, it was like, hey, does anyone need a TV? No. And so I was like, okay, well, I guess I don't need a TV. So then I remember like placing it somewhere, and I forget if I saw anyone like swoop in and grab it, but that's not the kind of person I am in a normal day like basis. But I feel like Black Friday can kind of bring out the worst in you, and that was an example of like, wow, like I don't even know what's taking over me right now, but I don't want to miss out, so I'm gonna do what I can to get that TV or whatever item it is. So Friday for sure this year, I'm just gonna be sitting at home. I mean, they do Black Friday on Thursday, so they shouldn't even be calling it. I mean, it is Black Friday, but now they should probably come up with a name for Thursday, which they probably have that I don't know. But I'm not going anywhere near a shopping mall, anything of that sort. I mean, it was something that was fine like back in the day, but now I just don't have the patience for it. So I'll finish all of these chips later off camera, but I do sincerely wish all of you guys a very happy Thanksgiving with your family and friends. If you guys go to Black Friday shopping, be safe, and I hope you guys enjoy your holiday. And one last thing is I just want to say again that I'm really grateful and thankful for all of you who have supported my channel, either by watching, giving me a thumbs up, subscribing, anything. I really appreciate it, and hopefully this channel, will continue to grow, and I know it's completely possible with you guys by my side. So thank you again so much. I'll see you guys for my next mukbang. Have a great day. Bye.